What's up, guys? In this vlog today, I'm going to be competing at the IBJJF Atlanta Open. So, first thing I have to do is deal with a ton of hurdles involving travel, which involves me driving up to Dallas-Fort Worth for a flight. So, it's going to be crazy. I don't know how I'm going to pull this one off, but anyway, I flew with Spirit Airlines, so I got to go ahead. I almost got hammered with a baggage fee, but they said you're allowed to have a personal item. So what I got here is my personal item bag right here. It fits the dimensions. I think it was like 18 by 14 by 8. So there you go. There's the bag right there. I just got from Amazon. So yeah, so I have to do that, travel, make weight. Then I compete on Sunday. So let's see what happens, but first, I gotta make the drive.
Good, Joseph. Let's go tap. There he goes. Yeah.
Alright, the first thing we had to do in this trip was drive all the way to the Dallas airport just because it was a lot cheaper to get to Atlanta. I think it was like $200 cheaper with a Spirit flight. So yeah, I'm balling on a budget.
2 hours later.
Now I just entered the airport realizing that I have to go through security and I have to take my laptop out, which is a bag under my personal item bag. So it's very scrunched in there. So I had a very awkward security screening, but somehow I made it. So Spirit Airlines does hidden fees and charges you for a freaking carry-on. So I had to put my stuff in a personal item, and somehow I was able to make it fit.
2 hours later.
Ugh, that was a trip. Well, now I gotta weigh in and fight tomorrow, so yeah, I'm gonna just relax for the rest of the night. So see you guys. What a travel day. Good morning, everyone. Whew, that was quite a night's sleep. I didn't get very much sleep, but it is what it is. I woke up and now I have to go ahead and pack up and start heading to the gym for my first fight at 12. So it's around like 10 o'clock. So I'm already packed. So pretty much getting my Uber over to the convention center. I'll be fighting in 2 hours. So yeah. So let's go. So I made it to the venue. It's a little bit crowded compared to the other venues that IBJJF usually does. So yeah, I just warm up and now I gotta get ready for the tournament. Well, this bracket was gonna be very stacked. We currently had the Pan American champion, we had an All-American, and we had a Jiu-Jitsu Con champion. So that's pretty stacked. But we ended up having 3 no-shows because of injury or some other reason. Might as well tell you guys the entrance fee just to show how much money they wasted. Anyways, let's get to the matches. Okay, I step onto the mats facing the current Pan Am champions. Don't mind me removing my ID from my neck while I step on the mat. Awkward. We begin throwing heavy ties right off the gate, and he starts off with an attack with a throw by, which I end up circling out of. Eventually, after a few wrestling exchanges, he ends up throwing a terrible leg sweep, which I catch his ankle, and then I drive him out with a single leg for 2 points. So now, when I was out of bounds, I ended up getting a knee slice, so we start in a knee slice position. So what he's trying to work on is a De La Riva position, while I'm trying to work headquarters, trying to go ahead and get a knee slice or a smash pass. Eventually in this exchange, he has enough and he decides to stand up. So this exchange ends up resulting in a wrestle up, which I end up sprawling on him and he ends up backing up. So this is how we end up into the neutral position. My opponent knows he's down by 2, so he's trying to throw a ton of fakes at me, and I just need to hang on and just catch him. Eventually, he attempts to do a shot. I end up sprawling on him with a belly wizard, which results in me getting a big cattle catcher. And then I end up stepping over for the mount, resulting in a 6-point takedown. 2 for a takedown, 4 points for the mount. I accidentally get a little bit reckless with the Ezekiel choke, and he ends up kipping out back up to the neutral position. So it's a reset back to neutral. Now my opponent knows that he's down by a lot of points, so he's going to put a lot of work on me, and I just need to hang in there, look for some submissions, and run that dang clock. But it was easier said than done. This guy put a lot of pressure on me. Oh, this one was a close exchange. We were tying up. I have an overhook, he has an underhook. We're fighting for wrist control, trying to fight for a throw, but unfortunately, he ends up shooting. I end up stuffing his head, and I end up trying to go for a guillotine submission while he tries to finish the takedown, and then we end up circling back up to neutral with no points on the board. My opponent throws a mean outside tie attack, and I decide to throw a reckless head and arm, and I end up conceding 2 points. I end up conceding side control as well, because in takedown situations, if you get taken down, you can concede the side control and you'll only get 2 points taken away in this situation. Compared to if I was fighting for guard retention, I could be given my opponent 3 more points just because they have a good advantage and they could just knee slice and get 3 more points for a solid guard pass. So I just concede the 2 and then start the work from side control. So to defend all this side control pressure, I'm putting up hand frames on his head. I'm trying to just go ahead and get the space I need to go ahead and put my legs back into a normal just butterfly guard or some kind of guard that I can go ahead and have inside control of my legs. And then eventually I'm going to go ahead and stand up. I don't know why I just stand back up to neutral, but I technically stand back up to neutral to go ahead and continue on with the wrestle off. And just right when I go ahead and stand back up from a sprawl, lazy me ends up giving up the over-under battle, and he ends up getting 2 unders, in which I throw another crappy hidden arm, and I end up giving up another 2 points. Oh well. Well, at least I do not hesitate to go ahead and go for a side control arm bar, which ends up getting me back to a normal guard position, and I decide, you know what, I don't want to go ahead and stand up against him. I want to go ahead and work on my guard. So I just need to go ahead and hang in there for the rest few minutes of the match and just control him, go for a few submission attempts, and keep a good hold of him. Didn't go very well as planned. At all. He knows that he needs to submit me or get 4 points, so he goes for a reckless ankle lock attempt right there, and I end up defending it pretty well. I end up getting the boot. I end up getting my knee position where I need to defend a leg lock like that, and I'm able to go ahead and get the foot off the hip very quickly. Like, good ankle lock defense from me. I try to counter with a guillotine, but he ends up getting his foot up, and I'm not able to make the micro adjustments. Able to just control him, so I decide to go ahead and just control his head and run the clock off a few seconds. So we're now on to short time, so I need to go ahead and keep some elbow and knee connection. So I get elbow and knee connection on my left side to prevent him from mounting. So he tries to go for an armbar, and I end up posturing, ending the match. So I end up causing the upset, but close call, very close call. After 10 minutes of rest, thinking that I'm about to puke in the bullpen, I have to go ahead and do the finals match. Oh, it was a rough one. Alright, I'm now gonna face an American national medalist for the finals to see who wins this showdown, so let's get to the breakdown. So I let my opponent pull guard, and I try to do a body lock pass. It ends up failing miserably, and I end up getting put immediately in close guard. I knew I should just fast pass and open pass, but oh well. I have to try new things, you know. Yeah, he was able to post on my knee and do a shoulder crunch, and I ended up conceding the close guard. Dang. So pretty much the rest of this fight is me trying to circle, trying to keep my posture and trying to stand back up, but he just keeps messing with my posture. Eventually he catches me in an armbar. So I end up having to tap very quickly because he ends up getting an elbow deep armbar, and he's able to put my hand in his armpit, and it's hits very fast, and I had to tap. Luckily I didn't break an arm. It was just a minor hyperextension. One of the things that amazes me on this guy is he's using hip bump sweeps, messing with my posture, and he's combining them into combinations that I just gotta defend all of it, and I'm not focusing on standing up because he's messing with my posture so hard and throwing so many different attacks that I'm more focused on trying to flatten his shoulders out first before I even get to posture and stand up. It's freaking ridiculous. So he continues to do this hip bump shoulder crunch kind of combination on me for a long time, and then what he does is he switches it up to an armbar on my left hand, and he usually in the last exchange went for my armbar with the right hand. So I'm used to defending my right arm, so when he got my left arm, it was too late. He got me good. So eventually he gets me in a shoulder crunch, and then he decides to go straight for the armbar and catches me pretty good. Stuff happens. On to the next match. By the way, I did the absolute bracket, so yeah. So this is the podium photo. Pretty much I decided to do open class after some peer pressure, so yeah. So peer pressure always wins. So I walk on the mat. I decide to feel him out and realize this guy's a little bit strong. And for some reason, I decide to do the Baki Triceratops technique and try to do a very bad shot, which ends up me getting 10-finger choked really hard. So yeah, I got a chiropractor readjustment there and tapped immediately. GG's. Hey guys, it's JLou. I'm just finished editing this video right now, so it's about a week after that tournament. So first off, if you finished watching this video, thank you, and I very appreciate you guys just sticking in there and watching this video. This was a very expensive journey. It was getting close to like $500. So guys, please like, please subscribe. Just those little things are gonna mean a lot. Just getting to a specific goals that I personally want to do on my YouTube channel and vlog. I'm currently looking for sponsors or any kind of help for me that I hope eventually I can go ahead and start having sponsors for a video or start wearing gear or making any Instagram posts. So any help matters and it means a lot to me. So thank you guys. If you have anything that you guys want to reach out to me about, please comment on this video or please DM me on my Instagram. So thank you guys and have a good one.